I think a lot of the time nowadays we kind of put on a facade for social media, like how will people think? And I think there is validity to that, especially building a personal brand. That is important. Like you're a realtor, like you got to put on a brand on your social media. Totally get it. But what that really says is how you admire about yourself once you go through that 24 hours walk. Right? The confidence that's going to build. It's like, dang, I walked for 24 hours straight. I walked from one city to another city. I did what Jesus did like 2,000 years ago. He walked from Bethlehem to Jerusalem. Like he walked, like they traveled. Well, they might took a little breaks along the way. Right? But we're doing a similar version of that. We're letting go of automobile. Just go back, and that you wonder why people back then they don't have all these anxiety attacks. They don't have all these comfort crises. They get to be in this spiritual journey, just walk and be in nature and the actual travel.
And that stuff's priceless.
It's truly priceless.
The character that it builds
1,000%
is what you get to take with you forever.
That's right.
We get to make the decision to put ourselves in these circumstances. Yeah. Now, let's dissect this a little further, because let's say, for example, you want to go to a foreign country and then do a bunch of things there. And those things also might be a little uncomfortable. Okay. Is there anything that is in a direct line as far as level of comfort zone breaking? Like, is there anything more extreme than that, is what I'm saying?
That's such a good question. I think everybody's got a threshold how much risk they're willing to take.
Risk, okay.
Right? And then, so you have to kind of look at risk versus reward. And this is why it's so important to travel as a team, because I think having courageous stuff is not look at death and say, I'm just going to jump in and then see what it feels like, right? It's taking a calculated approach to say, okay, is the risk versus the reward, given that where your physical condition is, what you're capable of. So going with the team, this is why I do team-based adventure, because you can go a lot further as a team than you will go by yourself. For example, like when we hike up Mount Fuji in the snow winter season, like one wrong slip, you could really fall down. But we went in unison where people had like ice axle, and I was the last person at the bottom. So in case where someone would fall, I would be kind of serve as a safety stop, hopefully to catch them on the way. So moments like this is you kind of have to look at the situation you're getting into. You have to ask yourself, is this an experience you're going to remember for the rest of your life? If it is, what is something that you're willing to pay for it? This often costs more than just money, costs you courage. And that's going to be different for everybody. So all that's aside, I wouldn't recommend like deep sea scuba diving for everybody. You got to have the desire for it. Wouldn't recommend like paragliding off a cliff for everybody if you have a deadly fear of heights. My job is not to say, oh, we're going to get over that, I'm going to push you off a cliff. But so for a person to really enjoy that and say, you know what, I don't have a deadly fear of heights, this is going to be a time of my life. Go for it.
So an adventure like the one you're describing touches upon different things. Some might be more uncomfortable to somebody than others.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. But I think adding the element of doing these types of things in another country is the icing on the cake.
100%. 100%. Because with this package, and I carry these packages all together to create an epic story where you become a hero story, you're really going to remember for the rest of your life. Because earlier we talked about, hey, average person, every chapter looks the same. And we all have expiration date to our body clock. Yeah, I don't see 80-year-olds doing any of these stuff. By the time we're 70, 80, when you're talking to your grandkids, when you're talking to your family, like, you want to be the person with like, every year I did something amazing. As opposed to, wow, I kind of just went to a Super Bowl party that year, went to a concert, and then every year was the same. Man, I went to Disneyland 5 years ago. Let me talk about that, right?
I've never been to Disney.
Yeah, nothing gets that.
I don't regret it.
Yeah.
I don't regret it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I had more fun in the woods with sticks.
But you get my point. Nothing against it for the audience that enjoy it. I mean, I happen to like Disney, but
I like rides.
Yeah.
I heard a long time ago that throughout our lives, it's like we're always looking to find a way to master our own energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once I heard that, it prompted me.
Yeah.
how do I move through the day? Right, where do I put my energy towards? I'm going to create more ease. So it's reassuring that you're saying that to me. That means that I'm on the right track.
Yeah.